Dr. Muhammad Yunus was born in a small village in Bangladesh in 1940. His early life was simple, but his mind was full of big ideas. He was a good student and loved to learn. He studied economics at Dhaka University, which was, the best university in his country. He wanted to understand how money worked and how it could help people. His family always encouraged him to study hard and to use his knowledge to make the world a better place. This early support helped him build a strong foundation for his future work. He believed that education was the key to unlocking new opportunities for himself and for others. After finishing his studies in Bangladesh, Dr. Yunus received a special scholarship to go to America. He went to Vanderbilt University to get his PhD in economics. This was a very important time for him. He learned many new things about the world's economy. He saw how different countries managed their money and their people. But even though he was far away, his heart was always with his home country, Bangladesh. He knew that his people were facing many challenges, and he wanted to return to help them. His time in America gave him new perspectives and tools to address the problems he cared so deeply about. In 1971, Bangladesh fought for its independence and became a new nation. When Dr. Yunus heard this news, he knew he had to go back. He left his teaching job at a university in America and returned to his homeland. He became the head of the economics department at Chittagong University. He was happy to be home and to be teaching young students. He wanted to share his knowledge and inspire the next generation. He felt a strong sense of duty to contribute to the development of his new country, which was full of hope but also faced many difficulties after the war. Being a professor was important, but Dr. Yunus soon realized that the lessons in his books were very different from the real life of the people around him. He saw so much poverty in the villages near his university. He felt that his economic theories were not helping the poor people who lived just outside his classroom. This feeling grew stronger every day. He started to question if his work was truly making a difference. He decided he needed to step out of the university and into the villages to understand the true nature of poverty and find a real solution to help his people. In 1974, a terrible famine came to Bangladesh. Many people were hungry and many died. Dr. Yunus was deeply moved by the suffering he saw. He went into a poor village and met a woman who made bamboo stools. She was very skilled, but she was also very poor. She had to borrow a small amount of money from a local moneylender to buy bamboo. The moneylender charged a very high interest rate, which meant she could never make a profit. She worked hard every day, but remained trapped in poverty. This story opened Dr. Yunus's eyes to a big problem that was keeping people poor. Dr. Yunus realized that if this woman could get a small loan with a fair interest rate, she could escape poverty. He decided to do something simple but revolutionary. He took money from his own pocket and lent it to 42 poor villagers. The total amount was only $27. He did not ask for any collateral, which is something of value that a bank usually requires for a loan. He trusted the people to pay him back. This small act of kindness was the beginning of a powerful idea. It showed that even a tiny amount of money could make a huge difference in someone's life. This idea grew bigger and bigger. Dr. Yunus saw that his small loans were working. People were using the money to start small businesses, and they were paying back the loans on time. He wanted to help more people, so he went to the big banks. He asked them to lend money to the poor, but the banks said no. They believed that poor people were too risky and would not be able to repay the loans. They did not understand that the poor were honest and hard-working. Dr. Yunus was disappointed, but he did not give up on his idea. Since the big banks would not help, Dr. Yunus decided to create his own bank. In 1983, he officially started Grameen Bank, which means village bank. The mission of Grameen Bank was simple: to give small loans or microcredit to the poorest people without asking for collateral. The bank focused on lending to women because Dr. Yunus found that women were more likely to use the money to help their families and children. Grameen Bank was not just a bank, it was a tool for social change. It gave people the power to lift themselves out of poverty through their own hard work. The success of Grameen Bank changed millions of lives in Bangladesh. Women who were once powerless became small business owners. They started businesses like raising chickens, weaving cloth, or selling vegetables. With their new income, they could feed their families, send their children to school, and build better homes. The model of microcredit showed the world that poverty was not a permanent condition. It proved that with a small opportunity, poor people could become successful entrepreneurs. The stories of these women inspired people all over the globe, and the Grameen model began to spread to other countries. Dr. Yunus's work started to get attention from all over the world. People called him the banker to the poor. He received many important awards from different countries for his fight against poverty. These awards recognized his simple yet powerful idea that changed the way people thought about economic development. He was honored with the US Presidential Medal of Freedom and the Congressional Gold Medal, two of the highest honors in the United States. These awards were not just for him. They were for every poor person who proved that they could succeed if given a chance. The biggest honor came in 2006. Dr. Yunus and Grameen Bank were jointly awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. The Nobel Committee said they were given the prize for their efforts to create economic and social development from below. This was a historic moment. It showed that fighting poverty was a way to build peace in the world. Dr. Yunus accepted the prize on behalf of all the poor people who had worked so hard to change their lives. The award brought global attention to microcredit and inspired many more organizations to adopt similar models to help the poor. Even with all the awards, Dr. Yunus's work was not finished. He has a big vision for the future, a world with zero poverty. He often says that poverty should only exist in museums, where our grandchildren can go to see what it was like. To achieve this dream, he developed the idea of social business. A social business is a company created to solve a social problem, like hunger or lack of healthcare, not to make a profit for investors. All the profits are reinvested into the business to help more people. This idea is another powerful tool to build a better, more equal world for everyone. Dr. Yunus's journey took a new and unexpected turn. For many years, he focused on his work with Grameen Bank and social business, staying away from politics. He tried to start a political party in 2007 but decided against it. However, his country, Bangladesh, continued to face many political challenges. In 2024, after a massive protest led by students and the public, the government changed. The people of Bangladesh wanted a leader who was respected, neutral, and could guide the country toward a stable and fair future. They looked to Dr. Yunus for his wisdom and integrity. In August 2024, Dr. Yunus accepted the role of Chief Advisor of Bangladesh's interim government. This was a very different role from being a banker or a social entrepreneur. Now he was responsible for leading an entire nation. He was tasked with making important reforms to the country's institutions and preparing for a free and fair election. He faced many difficulties, including pressure from political parties and disagreements with the military. His new position required him to use all his skills in leadership, negotiation, and his deep love for his country to navigate these complex challenges. As the leader of the interim government, Dr. Yunus spoke to the world at the United Nations in September 2024. He shared the story of how the young people of Bangladesh led a peaceful transformation. He told other world leaders that they should invest in their youth and trust in the power of their people. His message was consistent with his life's work, empowering people from the bottom up. He brought his scientific and social approach to his new role, earning a place on Nature magazine's list of 10 people who shaped science in 2024 for his efforts in social reform. Dr. Muhammad Yunus's life is a powerful story of how one person with a clear vision can change the world. From a small village in Bangladesh, he built a global movement that has helped millions escape poverty. His journey from an economics professor to the founder of Grameen Bank, a Nobel Peace Prize winner, and now the leader of his nation, is truly inspiring. His legacy is not just in the bank he created or the awards he won. It is in the hope and dignity he has given to countless people. He continues to work toward his dream of a world where every person has the chance to live a full and happy life.